నమస్కారం. గవర్నర్ ప్రసంగంపై చర్చను కంటిన్యూ చేస్తూ గౌరవ సభ్యులు రామచంద్రరావు గారు మాట్లాడాల్సింది కోరుతాం.
Chairman sir, at the outset let me thank you for giving me opportunity to participate in the motion of thanks on the address by the Honorable Governor. Sir, the Governor's speech which was addressed to the joint session has been unable to impress upon the people of the state with regard to the manifesto which was the government's manifesto then and the declared policy of the government. The Honorable Governor's speech, it is a customary that it reads out the policy of the government. Sir, we have seen that after the formation of Telangana, one of the major decisions by this government was to create new districts in the state. And while carving out the new districts, there were several rounds of discussion among the government officials, and as well as the all-party meeting also was held. And in the all-party meeting was suggested that it should be based on the scientific methods. Now these districts have been carved out. We don't want to raise the issue. It is another issue. But however, because the government has taken it as a matter of pride that they have created so many districts for the purpose of administrative convenience. But at the same time, the government also ought to have taken the feelings of the certain people or certain area like Narayanpet and Mulug, those who also wanted that district may be carved. There is also in Nizamabad district also another region is there where also they are seeking for separate district. Small is beautiful, no doubt, but too small is also not too beautiful. It would have been better if the government has restricted the formation of districts to either to the 17 or to 24. But 31 is a large division of the state, a smaller state with a smaller districts where the cost of the administration would definitely increase. It's a burden on the state exchequer. So therefore, it is also when the districts are meant to be carved out for the purpose of administrative convenience, then we have seen the one assembly constituency spreading over 2-3 districts. So that means there is no administrative convenience for the local legislator or the public representative, because he will have to roam around several administrative offices for the purpose of public grievances. So therefore, I feel that district carvation, no doubt it was necessary that this new district what we form, but 31 districts are too many districts. But however they are formed, we have to accept the situation with the reality. But however, the government also must realize that it is going to have a burden on the exchequer. Then how are they going to cope up with the growing expenditure on the administrative side? Chairman sir, in the Honorable Governor's report, we have already seen that the power issue which has been raised by the government, no doubt we appreciate the initiative by the government, that a power cut without any intervention of power cuts, the power is being supplied. Definitely it has to be appreciated, because we have seen in the past few years before the Telangana was carved out, we had a regular feature of power cuts. But here one thing has to be taken into cognizance, that it is because of the intervention and because of the initiative taken by the central government, like NTPC or like Renewable Energy Ministry or Solar power which is being promoted in the state in a large way, the policy of the central government is also resultant to make the state government to move towards the power cut free state. So therefore, the state alone cannot take its credit. Some credit has to also be given to the central government, to the government of India, without whose support perhaps this would not have been possible. But Chhattisgarh is also giving. A lot of central agencies are involved in it for clearance of environmental, which has been done. Even Honorable Chief Minister on the floor of the House has said that it was Mr. Prakash Javadekar who has given the environmental clearance within a week. Otherwise, it would have taken some months and years together also. Sir, at the same time, the industrial policy of the government has claimed that around 3,000, 4,500 industries have shown interest in the investment in the state. But what are the sort of industries, nature of industries which are coming here? And what all the material placed before the house, or what all we go to the media, it is basically the software industries which are coming to our state. Apart from the software, it is important for the state also to concentrate on heavy industries which generates more employment, which generates more economic growth of the state. Of the last 3 years, perhaps some noted agencies from US and other places, multinational companies might have invested as far as software companies are concerned, or cell phone companies are concerned. But heavy industries, how many heavy industries have come, how many industries have been identified in the state, which are the industries that can be established here, we can also generate a lot of employment there. Because Hyderabad is also a hub of drugs, bulk drugs factory. We have a lot of drugs company in and around Hyderabad. So therefore, how many of these companies, any automobile manufacturing companies or automobile parts manufacturing companies, because these are the other heavy industries apart from the software industries, which creates a lot of employment. Because the central government is also concentrating on skill development. So a lot of uneducated youth also, those who have some skill in the industrial training and all, they will get some employment. So when TS pass is being made, though hurdle-free and hassle-free, without any red tapeism, if the industries are being given permission, my only endeavor is that the state must get several industries ranging from software to hardware and heavy industries. So that would have been the thrust of the government, and I see that it is missing in the government's policy document. At the same time, Chairman Sir, the Honorable Governor's speech also emphasized on the highways and other roads and rural development, rural roads and also highways. And we all know that the national highways have been developed by the then Atal Bihari Vajpayee's government at that time, Pradhan Mantri Chaturbhuj Yojana. And now, Sri Nitin Gadkari's department is taking up, and recently it has already sanctioned around 43,000 crores for laying of new national highways in Telangana region. And with this investment and with the backing of Sri Nitin Gadkari's department, the National Highway Department, Ministry of Roads and Surface Transport, I am sure that Telangana is definitely going to benefit as far as roads are concerned. But then roads around to the connectivity of the rural areas and other areas is not sufficient, because 40% of the Telangana region is of urban oriented region. And Hyderabad is capital of this, Hyderabad, the capital of Telangana, which has got nearly 1/3 of the total population of Telangana. And in this background, it is necessary that the roads in Hyderabad also has to be developed. We are seeing recently the Hyderabad traffic has become a nightmarish for everyone here who are living in Hyderabad. If I have to travel from one spot from Tarnaka to Jubilee Hills, it is taking us 1.5 hours during the peak hours. So therefore, when the government has announced the policy of SRDP, Strategic Road Development Project, during the municipal elections, Now there is no talk about it. There is no effort by the government to ease the traffic in the city. Metro has project has not yet been taken off, though some lines have to be till completed. I think Nagon to Mettuda is already completed, Secunderabad. But how much time it will take? But Hyderabad is becoming a hub of activity. People are coming from different parts of this country and settling here, and we are proud of it. But at the same time, whether we are ready to cope up to that particular influx in the city. So therefore, the SRDB, what has happened to that particular project? Why the government is silent now on this? The roads condition in the Hyderabad city are so bad that daily accidents are taking place because of the bad road conditions. The road under bridge in Malkajgiri and Tukaram Gate have been undertaken, but suddenly it has been stopped. The reason is that GHMC says that it is the R&B which has to do it, and R&B says that we don't do it, GHMC has to do it. There is an administrative confusion, and because of which people of that particular area are suffering. Malkajgiri area, Tukaram Gate area, if the roads are so bad and the RUB are not been constructed, because of which lot of people who are residing in that area are they are living in a traumatic conditions, because it is nightmarish for them to go out from their houses. They can't even go out and go to market because of the bad roads, and no roads to connect to other places because of the incompletion of the RUB. So therefore, the government ought to take measures to improve the roads in Hyderabad, improve the traffic conditions in Hyderabad, complete the RUB.
చైర్మన్ సాబ్, ఎన్నోసార్లు మీ దృష్టికి తీసుకురావడం జరిగింది. ఈరోజు కూడా ఆఫీసర్స్ గ్యాలరీలో ఉపన్యాసం మిస్ అయిన వాళ్ళకి ఎవరు కూడా నోట్ చేసేందుకు మార్నింగ్ నుంచి అబ్జర్వ్ ఎవరు కూడా రావడం లేదు. ఎందుకంటే గవర్నర్ గారి ఉపన్యాసం ధన్యవాదాల సభలో ఒక్క ఆఫీసర్ అన్న, కనీసం సీనియర్ ఆఫీసరే కూడా కనీసం దానికంటే చిన్నోడన్నా ఎవరు కూడా కనిపించడం లేదు. దయచేసి ఈ నోట్ సీరియస్ తీసుకొని మరి అధికారులకు ఇవ్వాలని మీ ద్వారా మా చీఫ్ విప్ గారికి కూడా మీరు కూడా కొంచెం ప్రయత్నం చేయండి. అందరిది గౌరవం ఉంది, ఇది సభా గౌరవం కావాలా, కాబట్టి అక్కడ ఒక్క ఆఫీసర్ కూడా లేడు. మార్నింగ్ నుంచి ఐ అబ్జర్వ్.
ప్లీజ్.
At the same time, Chairman Sir, during or when I was newly elected as MLC, the many meetings were held in Hyderabad city with regard to improving the civic condition of the Hyderabad just before the GHMC elections. MLAs, local MLAs, MLCs, they all had different meetings, and we were taken to Nagpur and New Delhi to see how those municipalities are working. Because Nagpur was supposed to be a clean city where they were implementing the Swachh Bharat program. And from there, this idea of two different colors, these dustbins were given to the each houses, and picking up those garbage, wet garbage and dry garbage, and then taking it to the dumping yard. And at the dumping yard, it was seen that power is generated from that. Okla project is such project in New Delhi. We have been taken there. Our MPs came, our MLCs came, our MLAs also were present there, local MLAs from representing from city. And we all have seen that. We were under the impression that the government is very much serious on this issue, because by that time 491 crores were given by central government to the Telangana state government for Swachh Bharat. Now you see the maintenance of that Hyderabad city, how clean we are. We want the city to be clean because it is connected with the health of the people here. And Swachh Bharat program, how far we are implementing it. What has happened to the garbage power plant? Ramke has taken on lease on this. They have been given contract. But when we were given a right to Delhi and Nagpur, now we are being taken for a ride. Just for the GHMC elections, perhaps that must have been a tour, and that must have been a program for the government to impress upon us. So, Chairman Sir, the government ought to have taken interest and also ought to have mentioned with regard to the Swachh Bharat program in the policy document which has been addressed by the Honorable Governor. At the same time, Chairman Sir, Because of this not city being clean, the increasing incidence of swine flu and other viral diseases are being reported in city. We have seen so many people are being reported with swine flu, and we have seen many deaths with regard to that. We have seen our hospital conditions. Nilofer Hospital is such an example. Gandhi Hospital is another example. Osmania Hospital maintenance is another example. These are certain things on which the government has to take care. After all, health is a very important subject as far as the government's policy is concerned. Because health is a common man's right, and a good clean city and clean good health has to be given by the government. Then what is the health policy of what is the steps taken by the government with regard to the maintenance of the good health of the people? That is also not been mentioned, Chairman Sir. Then coming to certain issues where advocates, they have been given 100 crores. And since the inspection of the state, since the formation of Telangana, the government has been announcing that 100 crores have been given to the advocates. Yes, I am happy that being a member of the Bar Council, being a member of the statutory body of the advocates governing and regulating body, I am happy that Telangana government has given 100 crores. But this 100 crores was given 3 years back, and the government is formed 2.5 years back. And since 2.5 years, not even a single NP has been given to the welfare of the advocates from that amount. Government keeps on announcing that we have given 100 crores to the advocates community. But when advocates have not been benefited with that 100 crores, not even a single pie has been given to either of the advocates. And what is the use of giving that amount? What is the guidelines and what is the policy which the government has got it before it? Whether you have discussed with the members of the Bar Council how to do and how to use this money for the welfare activity of the advocates. Advocates were demanding house plots, house sites. In this house also I have raised several times that advocates at least in district areas where land is available at abundant and cheap, some land may be allotted to the advocate housing also. But there is no mention of this except allotting of 100 crores 2.5 years back. That amount is kept where it is kept, we don't know. It was kept in a trust, that was given information given to us, but what is happening we do not know. Similarly, Chairman Sir, lot of amounts were given to different communities, different religious, different language groups in this city. Kerala, Malayalam, Tamil Nadu, many people were given. But what has happened to them? We do not know what is happening to those particular bodies and corporations. Brahmins were given 100 crores. Last budget it was allotted. When last budget is allotted, only recently steps have been taken. We appreciate the government for taking the initiative, no doubt about it. But for what there were the guidelines and then the purpose and who are the beneficiaries, that has to be come out first. They have to identify the targeted group in that particular community who are going to be benefited with this particular corporation. So therefore, all these things has to be made. Just announcing 100 crores for a particular community, it doesn't mean that that community is going to improve on its own or with this money. But who are to be identified for the development, how it is going to be used, for what purpose it is going to be used, that policy has to be spelled out. And Chairman Sir, with regard to the education system, in a lighter way, while I was canvassing in the teachers' conference recently, a candidate was speaking with KG to PG. Then he has given abbreviation in his own way. In his lighter way, I am telling KG to PG means Kulan ko Gokulam, Pantulen Gokulam. That's what it is. We have so many residential schools and colleges. In how many residential schools and colleges we have sufficient teaching staff? Recently, survey in residential college is there. Small incident has occurred there. Some people came to me with regard to their making some representation. They were telling us that there are no teaching staff in Survey Residential College, sufficient teaching staff. And that is a pride of Telangana. A lot of IAS officers and IPS officers are from that particular Survey Residential College. It is in my district, Nalgonda district. It is one of the topmost residential college, even during the while we are combined states. So therefore, when we don't have a proper teaching staff, what is the meaning in announcing so many residential schools and colleges? Each community, one school, each religion, 100 schools, like this. You have a proper infrastructure. You have not announced even the teachers' posts even till now. The DSC, District Selection Committee, the selection for the teachers under DSC is also not been announced. Teachers are having their own problem. They have a problem of CPS, CPC, CPS, compulsory pension contributory schemes, and then other issues like unified service rules. What the government has done on this and what it is going to do, and what are the steps it has taken. These things are, the government is silent on this. My only request.
కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఆధీనంలో ఉన్నది కాబట్టి కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఇంతవరకు జాప్యం చేస్తుంది దాని యొక్క నిర్ణయం తీసుకోలేదు రిగార్డింగ్ ది యూనిఫైడ్ సర్వీస్ వీ హ్యావ్ సెండ్ ద ప్రపోజల్ టు ది సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ కాబట్టి సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ ది లోకల్ క్యాడర్ ఆర్గనైజ్ చేసేటువంటిది ఏదో మేము 3 నెలల నుంచి కూడా పెండింగ్ ఉన్నది సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్లో ఇంతవరకు సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ దాని మీద ఇంత మీరే చెప్తారు మీరే అంటారు మళ్ళా ప్రపోజల్ వాట్స్ State government has done అనేటువంటి మాట చెప్తున్నారు. State government has submitted the proposal regarding the CPS system, regarding the unified service rules. Right. This is very clear.
Chairman, sir, it may be a fact that they must have submitted. My only grievance is that it was not submitted on time. And CPS is a option for a state government. Some state governments, they have given it up. Some state government, they are adopting it. Telangana state government wants to do away with it. They have to send a proposal to it, and the government itself has said that recently they have sent the proposals for unified service rules. So therefore, there should be a follow-up from the state government also. I don't deny that it is a central government subject, but the state government also should sit on the central government, on the concerned department, to see that the
And moreover, our education minister has represented this matter to the Javadekar and Home Minister. And every parliament member is representing the issue to the all government for every time. That issue is pending in the central government. Even though we are saying that.
Right.
That's what I am telling. The initiative must have taken at the right time. And Prakash Javadekar has become the Prakash Javadekar has become Minister for HRD only recently after Smriti Irani was shifted to some other department. So therefore, I don't want to go on that particular argument because I know you are also a representative of the teachers' constituency. But at the same time, you must also understand that the efforts put by the other teachers' organizations also in the state with regard to implementation of these two particular schemes in our state. But at the same time, what I only say that it is for our state government that they should have taken a initiative in a proper way much earlier than this. And then coming to the Hyderabad city when I was speaking, in the property tax system also, Chairman sir, is so uneven and so unscientific that in some areas like Malkajgiri and other areas, the property taxes are very high and higher than the areas of Banjara Hills. There is no scientific reason for it. The property taxes which are being paid by middle class families to the municipal corporation, there should be some scientific way to see that there should be a uniform system of property taxes. So therefore, apart from this, Chairman sir, there was a mention of regarding the law and order, and also with regard to the octopus training, other things and all. We appreciate that our law and order definitely is a better place when compared to other states. We are happy for it. But at the same time, we must also not forget that Hyderabad is very much vulnerable to activities connected with terrorism. Because we have seen so many incidents in Hyderabad. And we have also seen some sleeper cells for other things. So therefore, it is important for us also, for the government to have a counter-intelligence department also, a strengthened counter-intelligence department. Because we have been giving a lot of inputs to other state governments, even to New Delhi, and Government of India. where the counter-intelligence have definitely given to agents, but that has to be strengthened. So how far we are strengthening it? And then again, the matter of concern is that we have a lot of foreigners in our city. And majority of the foreigners who are from African countries, I don't want to blame one particular country, there's a lot of drug peddling going on. And this drug peddling has to be controlled in the city. The drug peddling which is being taken place in the city, lot of reports are coming out, because it is going to destroy the next generation when the youth will be attracted to that particular habit of NDP, that is psychotropic drugs. Definitely the law and order will go on, which is now being maintained, will definitely will be destroyed. And it will go, and therefore that has to be taken into consideration. Then liquor policy is there. Chairman said the liquor policy in our state is so free that liquor is flowing on the streets. We have to, no doubt the Gudamba and other things, it has been controlled. But at the same time, there should be a limited sales of liquor so that the consumption by youth in the daytime also, during the college hour also, where pubs are being, daily they go to the pubs in the afternoon. I was told that hundreds of students are going to those pubs even during the daytime, during the college hours. So therefore, this policy has to be changed, liquor policy, and definitely Supreme Court has given direction with regard to the liquor shops on the highways, national highways. So therefore, they will be definitely removed as per the liquor. But this liquor policy has to be on the basis of Kerala model, other models, so that the limited sale of the liquor, so that we save our young children from going them. Now, Chairman sir, before I conclude, there are 2-3 issues which I would like to highlight. My friend Mr. Satish was very much concerned about the people going to the court on several issues. After all, we have a judiciary which is independent, we have a legislature which is independent, and we have an executive which is independent. And democracy, these are the 3 pillars, and we have to respect each other. If someone goes to court, it is his right to go to court. Whether it is that matter is right or wrong, it is up to the courts to decide. But if a person goes to the court against the government should not feel bad for it. They should treat it with their democratic temperament. If someone has gone to the court on particular issue, then the government has got their own advocate general there. They can fight for it. They can fight for their cause. Then why should have a grievance that people are going to court? Or my party member might have gone to the court. Some advocate must have represented. That is a different question. You and I might have gone. But if the government is right, these things has to be taken in a democratic temperament. But democracy, because in the Honorable Governor's speech itself, it is mentioned about democracy, the quotation by the Sri Ambedkar. Then when you have so much of concern for the democracy, which you have already incorporated in this speech of the Honorable Governor, the democracy has to be maintained. The democracy has to be maintained, and democratic voice has also to be heard by the government. So therefore, the removing of the Dharna Chowk from here, because democracy is such a thing, Chairman said, that people can raise their voice against the government. And for that, historically in London, you have got Hyde Park. And Hyde Park is such a place where anyone can go and speak against the government. And that Hyde was a person who was for democracy, and in his memory that particular park was built. People go there, they offer dharnas, they demonstrate against the government or whatever it may be. So that is a right, and that is situated in the heart of the London city. So therefore, the Indira Park Dharna Chowk, because that has been, the idea is that assembly is near, secretariat is near, so the seat of power is near by the Dharna Chowk, so that the voice of Dharna doing people may be heard by the people who are at the helm of affair. But you are shifting that particular Dharna Chowk, by that you are curbing the voice of the people. Therefore, these are the things on which the government, the website, in our own council, while the discussions were going on, a question came up with regard to the maintenance of our government website. Then it came out that the government is not uploading the latest geos because with that people are going to court. And one of the persons has gone to court also, public interest litigation. Courts have directed the government to upload all geos, update government website. And in spite of that, Still we get complaint that it is not being done so. After all, we are a democratic setup. Today you are in power. Tomorrow someone will be in power. This process has to go on, but democratic institution has to be respected. The right to information act is a fundamental right of the people now. So therefore, these things has to be taken by the, so at the, by concluding, Chairman sir, I would only say that the government, Honorable Governor's speech, there is nothing new in this. What has been being repeated by the government for the past 2.5 years, the same thing has been incorporated. And in my words, I would like to say, this is a novel written, rewritten with a different words, with a cosmetic color. So therefore, cosmetic, this one has been given to it to look it beautiful, to be read as beautiful, but there is nothing new in the Honorable Governor's address. So therefore, I thanking you for giving me an opportunity to respond on the address by the Honorable Governor. I say that it is not up to the people's expectation and to our expectation. Thank you, sir.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. రాజేశ్వర రెడ్డి గారు.